And next, an incredible report on the thousands of migrants who are in southern Mexico right now heading north. Some held at gunpoint for hours, others forced to navigate dead bodies just to keep moving.
As you touch down in southern Mexico, be ready to share the road with migrants. We spot group after group marching north. Many of those who just illegally crossed into Mexico head here, this outdoor park turned migration processing center. Rafael Torres Marti from outside Havana, Cuba. At 26, he sold his house, left behind a 6-year-old son, and is traveling north with his dad.
No, legalmente. Los Estados Unidos quisiera entrar legalmente.
He wants to go legally into the U.S., so he wants to go through this process here, get his documentation, and then get to the northern border, and eventually cross.
He wants to pave the way for the rest of his family to follow.
¿Y tienen otros hijos también?
No, primero.
And so, wow, they're having their first child. She's 5 months pregnant.
Days earlier, they crossed the treacherous jungle terrain of the Darien Gap, connecting Colombia and Panama. All they own now fits in this small bag. They were robbed and held at gunpoint for hours. But that does not compare, they say, with what they saw.
Oh my God, they're just describing passing through the Darien Gap, and they said several people who had already passed away, a lot of kids. They saw the remains, and he says children who were abandoned.
I have, in the context of this, we've seen some numbers today suggesting that crossings are down in the El Paso area, 30%. But you know, you're there where those people are coming from on that Mexico-Guatemala border. And you say that this just drop that we're hearing about is an illusion. How come?
I think it really can be an illusion. It can be distracting, too, from the reality, because oftentimes we'll assess the situation as a crisis that is either worsening or getting better based on those numbers and the encounters at the U.S. border. But you got to go south of that, Aaron, and you see what we have been seeing, and that is a constant flow of migrants that's really not let up.
Wearing a New York baseball hat, Jorge describes a treacherous journey to the United States from Ecuador.
Todo el camino, Honduras, Nicaragua, Panama.
Through rivers and over mountains, he says, now finally, ending in New York.
This is your son.
Sí.
A clean bed, new clothes, and a hot meal for his family. His children, Alejandro and Georgina, just finished their first week in a New York City school.
Ah, for you, cookies.
Estamos contentos todos, gracias a Dios.
We're happy with everything here, he says.
Happy? And you gonna eat?
Sí.
You're gonna eat? How has it been here?
Una cama, cama buena, televisor, big TV, aire, air
Air conditioning, they give you a big TV
Yeah, and a bed.
and a bed.
Bueno, pero lo que más deseo es un trabajo.
It's good, but what I want the most is a job.